Do you ignore your local water and drive an hour or two to go to someone else's local water? Well, Dick and I are going to break that mold today. Stay tuned. When I lived in Woodbridge, Virginia, the Occoquan Reservoir was one of the top bass fishing lakes in Virginia. And what did I do? Well, I'd get in the truck, throw the canoe on, and drive hours away from that spot to fish someone else's local water. I'm sure you've probably done that as well. You ignore what's near and assume it's going to be better because it's far. Well, Dick and I have been in that mode where we fish out here in the marsh for the last 5 years. We usually go deep into the marsh under the assumption that no one else is going to go back there, especially because you got to have a kayak to negotiate the shallow water. Well, today the wind is a little bit up and my shoulders still aren't back to 100%, and my Jackson Coosa FD is down for maintenance. The propeller shaft needs to be replaced. So I'm sitting here in my Tarpon 130 tandem rigged out as a single, and we're gonna fish the local spots maybe 100 yards off where we lodge to see what it produces. I bet we'll find fish. I got a red in the grass back here. I had to cut loose my anchor. I'm having to wade over to get it. Oh! I had to cut loose my anchor. It's a shame I missed that guy. He got all tangled up here in the weeds and my line got cut. Dang it. Well, I'm gonna wade back out and get my anchor. We may have found a new spot here. I'm standing here at the tip of the marsh grass, and I'm fishing back out where we usually park the kayaks to fish the cove. But looks like maybe fish come in that way, and we've been spooking them. Oh, I think it's a stingray. Thought I saw a tail flop out here. That is frustrating. Holy mackerel, I just had a great hit, probably a huge red, and when I pulled my line in, the swivel was gone. So that means that I tied a bad knot in my hurry to get out here. Wow, I know that's never happened to you guys, but I'm gonna be extra careful in the future. I know when I'm fly fishing, I always test the knot before I give up and start using the fly. Haven't been doing that as much on the swivel with the Palomar knot, but clearly that was a mistake. Well, hopefully it's early in the day. I can catch something to make up for that error. Got somebody else here. I think it's a red. He's a big boy. Check that bad boy out. I gotta measure him. He might be over slot. Nice fish. I caught him coming up this grass line right here. So that must be a pathway that we can exploit in the future. Let me get this guy measured, get him off if he's over slot. Got somebody else on here. That redfish was 26 inches. He was good. This might be another red because he's moving. You got to give stingrays credit. They're a tough fight. They just kind of cement themselves down onto the floor. And you got to pry them up. Oh, he's a big boy. That kind of wraps up the day. Looks like we found a good spot that we hadn't known about before. It's a high tide week this week, so hopefully we can get back out here either tomorrow or Friday and check out a little more of these close-in spots. If you guys made that mistake, assume it's always better the farther you drive. Undoubtedly, you're crossing paths on the highway with someone that's driving to fish your local water. Anyway, it was a good day. Caught some good fish.